On July 29, 2025, Manhattan awoke to a heavy silence, the city's usual symphony muted by the previous day's violence. The city that never sleeps seemed to hold its breath, as if the very air was weighed down by grief and uncertainty. The familiar hum of traffic and chatter was replaced by an uneasy quiet, echoing through the canyons of skyscrapers. For many, the morning felt surreal, a city both familiar and suddenly heartbreakingly changed.
As the sun rose, thousands returned to their desks, their faces a mix of determination and sorrow. Some clutched coffee cups a little tighter, others paused to check their phones for updates, all moving with a sense of purpose but also with visible apprehension. The city's workforce, so often a symbol of resilience, now carried the weight of collective trauma, each step forward a testament to their resolve to keep going.
New York was getting back to business, but it wasn't business as usual. The energy on Wall Street was subdued, the usual buzz replaced by hushed conversations and nervous glances. Traders and employees moved through security with a new sense of vulnerability, aware that the world was watching how the city would respond.
An attack at Blackstone's headquarters shattered the sense of security, leaving the morning commute tense and uncertain. Police presence was heightened, and every bag check or ID scan was a reminder of the fragility of safety. The city's pulse, usually so steady, now skipped with anxiety as people navigated barricades and flashing lights.
Questions hung in the air. How could this happen? Who's next? Conversations were hushed, and every breaking news alert brought a fresh wave of concern. The uncertainty was palpable as people tried to make sense of the chaos and find reassurance in each other's presence.
The attack wasn't just on a building, it was an assault on the financial system's order. It struck at the heart of what keeps the city and the world moving. The sight of police tape and shattered glass was a stark reminder that even the most powerful institutions are not immune to disruption.
Outside Blackstone, a makeshift memorial formed, as people gathered to pay their respects. Flowers, candles, and handwritten notes lined the sidewalk, each one a symbol of solidarity and shared loss. Strangers comforted one another, united by grief and a determination to heal. In that moment, the relentless pace of New York slowed, if only briefly. The city paused to mourn, to reflect, and to remember that even in its darkest hours, its spirit endures. Wesley LePatner, a respected leader in global finance, was the victim of this senseless act.
LePatner rose to the top through brilliance and tenacity, managing one of the largest real estate funds.
Her death sent shockwaves beyond Wall Street, leaving a void in the industry.
Blackstone's statement captured their grief, calling her loss unimaginable.
LePatner's death was a brutal reminder that even the powerful are not immune to violence. 48 hours later, the NYSE's opening bell rang, echoing through a subdued hall. The sound, usually a symbol of optimism and bustling energy, now felt different, more like a call to resilience than celebration. The familiar clang reverberated through the quiet, reminding everyone present of the gravity of the moment.
Traders returned to their posts, but the usual shouts and laughter were gone. Instead, there were somber nods, quiet conversations, and a sense of shared understanding. The camaraderie remained, but it was now tinged with grief and uncertainty as everyone tried to process what had happened.
Across Wall Street, employees resumed work, but the atmosphere was heavy with vulnerability. The usual fast-paced energy was replaced by a cautious determination. People moved with purpose, but also with a visible weight on their shoulders, aware that things had changed.
This return was both resilience and necessity, a defiance against fear. Coming back to the floor was a statement that even in the face of tragedy, the financial world would not be paralyzed. It was a collective effort to restore a sense of normalcy, however fragile.
Analysts faced a risk no algorithm could predict, forcing introspection. The numbers on their screens seemed less important than before, as they grappled with uncertainty and the limits of their own control.
Firms offered trauma counseling, acknowledging the psychological impact. For the first time, mental health was openly discussed on Wall Street, as leaders recognized that recovery required more than just financial stability.
The financial world confronted its humanity, realizing that behind every trade and ticker symbol were real people, each carrying their own burdens. In this moment, they grieved together despite working apart, finding strength in solidarity and hope in the simple act of returning.
The Blackstone shooting highlighted a disturbing trend of violence in corporate America. It was a stark reminder that even the most secure and prestigious institutions are not immune to tragedy. The incident sent shockwaves through the financial world, raising urgent questions about how prepared we truly are for such threats.
In response, companies across the country are enhancing security, investing in advanced surveillance systems, and conducting regular threat assessments. Many organizations are now reevaluating their emergency protocols, training staff for crisis situations, and collaborating with law enforcement to ensure rapid response capabilities.
But security measures alone are not enough. The focus has also shifted to employee well-being, with expanded mental health support, counseling services, and wellness programs. Companies are recognizing that supporting their people emotionally is just as important as physical safety.
Protecting employees is now paramount. From stricter access controls to visible security presence, organizations are making it clear that safety is a top priority and that every individual matters.
New York City, a symbol of resilience and determination, will endure this tragedy. The city has faced adversity before and emerged stronger each time, united by a shared commitment to move forward.
As the city heals, the question remains: how do we protect those at the heart of our economy? The safety of our workforce is essential to the stability and future of our financial institutions.
Security and mental health support are important steps, but the real challenge is fostering a culture of safety and trust. It requires ongoing commitment, open dialogue, and a willingness to adapt as new threats emerge.
Wall Street's resilience is certain, but its future security depends on collective answers, shared responsibility, and the unwavering resolve of a community determined to protect its own.